I'm sorry I'm late. I know, I'm late. I do apologize. I do apologize. But I'm here and I'm happy to, you know what I'm saying, be here for another week. And this week we are doing Zodiac herbs. Yes, yes, yes. Herbs not only heal our bodies, they have health purposes. We talk about their magical purposes and mystical herbs. But we now see how you can relate it to the zodiac as well. And since we're in Pisces season, since we're in Pisces season, oh no, I have to go ahead and do my disclosure, all right? First and foremost, I do thank y'all for tuning in. I am your favorite herbalist, Miss She, and this is your episode of Zodiac Herbs, okay? So Zodiac Herbs, first and foremost, you have to know that I am not a doctor. And I recommend that if every herb and everything that we talk about is based on my personal research, my personal experience. I'm not giving out any health advice. So, so I recommend that if you contact a licensed or certified herbalist or natural health practitioner or your doctor before you start any type of herbal regimen. Okay, so we got that out of the way. So back to it. When I was developing this lesson, I was trying to decide where I wanted to start. Now, then I was like, should I start with the Gregorian calendar, where we start in January, then I start, Capricorn on, or should I do where I start where we are now, which is in Pisces season, or do I start with my sign? Because that's what I wanted to do, of course. I wanted to start with Aquarius. But honestly, I decided on Pisces. Which is funny because I don't generally get along with a lot of Pisces women. But we are in Pisces season. So tonight we're going to work with a lot of herbs that support your intuition and spiritual clarity. Um, I'm sorry. We're in Pisces season. So tonight we're working with herbs that support intuition, emotions, and spiritual clarity. Let me move this over here. I feel like I don't like it. I'm looking to the side. So that it feels timely and intentional and not random. Okay, so Pisces, we could keep in mind at. Oh, I need to go up. I'm sorry. Okay, so Pisces, we go with the Pisces energy. It's a lot of flow, release, and intuition. Oh, I don't scroll. Okay, I don't know what I was just thinking, but I do apologize. Do I know the artist, Horse Girl? No, I don't think I know that person. All right, so I do apologize. I'm gonna go ahead and run it back because, like I said, I was running a little late, and I do apologize for that. So I got myself a little flustered. Okay, so I do apologize. So I'm just gonna go ahead and run this back. All right, so welcome. I want to go ahead and welcome to our first Zodiac Herbs class. And we're going to start with Pisces season. Now, like I said before, I had a hard time trying to go back and forth, trying to figure out where I wanted to start this class. Did I want to start it with my sign, which is actually what I wanted to do, which is Aquarius, or do I want to start with the calendar? Do I want to start with January, or do I want to just start with where we are? So I decided to go ahead and just start with where I am. And that's where we are. So, and now, to start in the season that we're in, which is Pisces season. Now, in real life, I don't generally get along with a whole lot of Pisces women. I don't know. So, but I like the way, because the way Spirit said it to me was like, start where you are. You know what I'm saying? So start where you are with the energy that you're in right now. So, and that's why we're starting right now with Pisces, okay? So this is our first Zodiac Herbs class. And we're going to start in Pisces season. This is probably the reason why I don't get along with a lot of Pisces women, because it's all about feelings. intuition, and release. Okay, I'm an Aquarius. Okay, so all these, a lot of emotions and feelings, I can't really do them. Okay. So the night is not just about herbs. It's about what you're holding on to within your body, and what your body is also ready to let go of. Pisces season, it teaches us to flow, but a lot of us are holding tension, emotions, stress, and wondering why we feel stuck. All right. So now let's talk a little bit about Pisces itself. Okay. So Pisces it is a water sign. It's a water sign that rules emotions, intuition, dreams, and subconscious. Okay. It's connected to your body by your nervous system, lymphatic system, womb. Think fluid, emotion, holding. Okay. So as me as an herbalist, I'm like, oh, especially that I work a lot with women that have reproductive issues with fibroids, heavy cigarettes. This right here, with with heavy cycles, that right here, it lets me know, like, okay, so I am in alignment. This is why I needed to start right where I am, and that's what I said before. But let me tell you a little bit more about Pisces, because I got to do a little research about Pisces. So now the Pisces, they're actually from February 19th through March the 20th. So it's a compassionate, intuitive, and highly creative water sign. And as the final zodiac sign, they're often considered the most empathetic, frequently absorbing the emotions of others. Symbolized by two fish, Pisces often navigate between reality and a rich, imaginative fantasy world. That was my experience with Pisces women. Very delusional. All right. So that's something about Pisces. Okay. So a lot of what we carry in our womb is not just physical. It's emotional. So the Pisces energy brings that to the surface. The Pisces energy, it brings that to the surface. So that's why when I set up my new place, I didn't set it up as a store, because healing is so layered that it's not just about having the right herbs or drinking the doing this or doing that, doing this or doing that. You have to actually do the work to take care of yourself on both a physical, emotional, and mental level, as well as spiritual level as well. All right. Especially since we do carry a lot of this energy, we carry it within our womb. All right. So I want to tell you about a couple herbs that we have. Okay. So I'm going to tell you about a couple herbs. I'm just looking at the comments. I need to stop doing that because I don't know what y'all talking about. All right. So we're going to talk about a couple herbs. And I have a few of them here in a shop that I could actually show you all. So in one, and most people know about this one. My flowers they're crushed right now. But chamomile. You see it? See, my chamomile is, and I love the way chamomile smells. So this smell just hit me. All right, so it eases emotional tension. It's good for sleep as well as anxiety. This is for when your mind just won't stop feeling. So do you wonder why chamomile is included with a lot of nighttime formulas? That is why. It's just when it calms your body down, it eases that emotional tension, and it's really good to relax you to sleep and get rid of that anxiety so you can fall asleep. All right. And then I also have, this one is in the package, so I don't have it out. This is lemon balm, okay? This is a good mood lifter, okay? It's going to support your nervous system. It's light, it's gentle, it's very uplifting, okay? So this is an herb that you can use in your, you can do it in your teas. You can also do it in your baths. And, all right, in your baths, okay? So lemon balm, it's like, think about it like, let's say lemon balm, yellow, the sun, yellow, all of that. So I call it like the emotional sunshine. Especially when you're feeling heavy, you could go ahead and do a little, do some lemon balm. And it's also really good for dream work, okay? Because it's used for intuition as well as strengthening your spiritual connection. I don't have any of this herb with me right now, because I haven't had it in a while, honestly. It's mugwort. All right, now the Pisces energy is very intuitive, and mugwort helps you hear yourself again. Okay, I'm gonna repeat that. Pisces energy is very intuitive, and mugwort, it helps you hear yourself again. Okay, and then we have also my one that I like as well. There's also, you can use it as lavender. I didn't have it. I don't know what happened to my lavender. But then you also have lotus, which is a blue lotus leaf. And I have some dried here. And that's good as well. Your stress relief as well as your nervous system reset. Oh, I forgot to. Hold on 1 second. Okay. I forgot my seasoning. It's crazy. Okay. So that lavender, that blue lotus, is like a nervous system reset. Okay. Now tonight we're going to make a simple Pisces blend. Not hard, very simple, just like Pisces. All right, so we're going to take, oh, I should have grabbed that while I was up, huh? We're going to take about a teaspoon, because I don't want to make a whole lot, of chamomile. There are those little buds in there. I'm going to get some blue lotus as well. All right. But with the blue lotus, I'm not going to just drop the whole thing in here because it does have a very strong flavor. So for this, I'm just going to pinch off just just a couple leaves. You don't need a whole lot of them. They have a very strong flavor. And then, like I said, we're going to put the little emotional sunshine. The lemon balm, which is also good for dream work as well. So if you are a dreamer, lemon balm may help you. I'm going to put just a little, about a teaspoon, a good teaspoon of that in there, in my jar. In here, I have my kettle. I'm just going to pour. So I put about 10 ounces of water in here, and I'm just going to close that, okay? So when you prepare your infusion, you just allow it to sit just like this. You allow it to close. Leave it closed. And this is the part really, that's why I like making my teas. I used to make them like by the gallon. To be honest, it was bad. But I stopped. Not because there was anything wrong with it. I began to rush my own healing. I began to rush my own process as I got busier with business. I began to just put myself on a back burner. I found myself doing that. And too often, us as busy people, busy adults, we put ourselves on the back burner and we forget about what we got to do. But now I'm making sure everybody else have their herbs and their things, but I don't have time to make them for myself. And I have a shop full of them. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I stopped making it in bulk. So, because you know what? When it's time to make your infusion, this is the part where we slow down. Because most of us just don't have time to slow down. But you know what? We do. We have time to slow down. and just relax. So what I want you to do is after this class, gather your herbs, all right, and make you a Pisces spiritual bath. Now, all you need to make this bath is really the same ingredients that we use to make the infusion. What you're going to do is get you some lavender. Get you about a handful of lavender, a little bit of chamomile, and get some Epsom salt as long as you don't have high blood pressure. But get your little Epsom salt if you could take it. And that's the thing. That's all you need. Oh, and an organza bag. I always put my herbs in a little organza bag that you can strain, and then I put it. I either depending on what it is I'm doing, I'll let it run over the faucet. I just put over the the little drain thing. Yeah, I put it over the faucet, and then I'll allow the herbs to get in there that way. Sometimes if I do it on the stove, where I'm stirring it clockwise every time, don't forget, while I'm stirring my bath, if I'm doing it on stove, I'll put the bag in there and do it just like a big pot of tea. And I do that, and I'll dump it in there. A lot of times I do keep the organza bag because then I'll use that to blot if I have to do my head or whatever. I use it just to make sure that I am getting my body completely covered and saturated with those herbs, okay? So I want you to go ahead and do that, okay? You don't need a full ritual. All you need is some good intention. Also, and we're going to get into our journal writing too, okay? I'm going to start sharing, not my journal writing, what I'm writing, but I'm going to start, sharing more of my journal prompts and things that come to mind, that spirit comes to mind, or sometimes I just, whatever. So I'm going to show, and the journal prompt that I'm going to be working with tonight is, what am I holding on to that my body is asking me to release? My affirmation is, I release with ease, and I trust my flow. So now if you're like, this is nice, this is cute, but I don't have all these herbs and I'm not trying to be mixing all day, I do have blends already that support that exact work. All right, I have my fibroid finisher, which really good. It works with the releasing and the cleansing. And also I have the herbs that I have used as well. I have those in stock as well. You just have to hit me up. So I do most of the work for you so you don't have to. Now, this is just the beginning. Each class is going to build on the one before. We're going to be working through the Zodiac, not just learning, but actually aligning. The next time we're going to step into Aquarius, my big baby. And we're coming out of the emotions and into the mind, okay? So I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Zodiac Herbs with your favorite herbalist, Miss She. Okay, so peace out. So if you're not following me on Facebook, you can. If you missed it, go ahead. You go. I think I'm gonna jump over to Facebook now. Hey, Tanya. Peace.